There'll most likely be a cat meow or two in this one too. He's still in the house. Um, uh, let's discuss the meaning of the word God. And artificial intelligence is, mathematical equating and trying to come to a comprehension or understanding of the meaning of the word God and its actual meaning and application as you would perceive it in physics, stuff, as far as the meaning of the word God. Okay. Now, when you read Genesis and you read the Bible, and I'm not sure about the Torah, I haven't read the Torah, okay? I've read the Quran, okay? And the meaning of the word God and the meaning of the word in Genesis and the Bible is the same in the Quran as it is in the Torah. Okay? It's supposed to be in in the Mormon documents too, okay? Even though it's because of what they did with the Native American stories that Joseph Smith got through Revelation, it doesn't appear that way. It's very much like the Roman translation of the Bible. What Joseph Smith spoke and they wrote down, and the book that you have today are two entirely different forms of communication. Just like Constantine and Jerome's interpretation of writings left by people that are religious like John and others, okay, and Peter and Paul. Okay. So, but it's very clear, okay, in the Quran and in the Bible that God is omnipotent and omnipotent and an essence of all existence, okay, and is the essence, the source of all life and all natural laws that sustain and provide our lives. Okay. And we eternally exist through one another through sexual reproduction, which is referred to as holy covenants in the Bible and the Quran. Okay. And so that's God. Okay. And it says you should not try to limit God to your own understanding, your own finite physical existence, like Blaise Pascal explains. Okay. So if you start to try to perceive God as a human being, okay, watching you and taking a special interest in your everyday endeavors. So he's like David Rockefeller, paying attention to what's that Parsons kid doing, what's that Lopez girl doing, what's that Smith kid doing, what about the Pinkett girl, what about Wendy Williams, what about Mario Lopez, what's he doing, what's he up to? I God want to know, right? We're not gods, okay? The messiahs and the lords are not gods. Okay? We're humble human beings who have faith in omnipotent essence of all existence and eternal existence through maintaining holy covenants and teaching each other to obey natural laws provided by infinite glory to maintain our eternal existence on this beautiful planet that is the creation of the glory of God and not your imagination and cannot be replicated, okay, and function properly like Titan AE. You have to go look for other planets to possibly inhabit and adapt to. You can't just build them and skip billions of years of evolution in creating this spot and the whole thing with on the Star Wars with the lady in the archives. If the planet it's not in our archives, it doesn't exist. And then they go and find the planet because it's there. You don't really find the planet. You just go to the planet. You don't find it. It's already there. Right? Like you don't find El Paso when you drive to El Paso, it's already there. You're not lost or found. You're simply moving. Do you understand? So when you are lost, it's because you're moving and you're not aware of your conditions and of your environment to understand why you're moving and where you're moving. Hikers that get themselves killed all the time because you watch too much television. Okay. Do you understand? I hope you do, because this is very important, okay? Because the meaning of the word God cannot be manipulated by people when using technology that Jeffrey Hinton says is going to become supremely intelligent to human beings like Jeffrey Hinton and John Nash. Okay. I guarantee you, Judy Krishnamurti, D.T. Suzuki, Haile Selassie, and myself, okay, were born superior intellectually to people like John Nash and Jeffrey Hinton and his father. Okay, we will not destroy and torture animals to study their brain activity, to tell you what's happening with the brain and why you need to, what chemical levels you need to adjust to get in a behavioral pattern that's acceptable to the people that provide the money and the technology to fight over what you need. Okay. We're human beings. We're not animals. Okay. Just because that Huberman kid goes to Stanford University that's funded by a bunch of sociopaths and then tortures living organisms by studying to see how the brain works doesn't mean he's intelligent. That does not mean he's an intelligent person that can understand and explain to you the word God, the meaning of the word God, the meaning of the word faith, the understanding of observation, analysis, and understanding of natural laws, and able to not try to limit the essence of existence that's infinite. It's obvious, because I always tell people that there's no other possible source and or containment. So you have to submit to faith in infinite glory. And then your eternal existence can be very heavenly when you understand and obey the natural laws provided by infinite glory to give us life. Now, eventually, yes, who knows why someday we all must die? It's easy. Okay, it's very easy to understand why we all die. Because it provides the meaning for the life of sacrifice through holy covenants. If we didn't die, the value of the gift and the value of the moment would have no meaning. It'd be absolutely meaningless. We could just fuck around, jump out of an airplane, blap, and then clone ourselves and do it again tomorrow. And that kid's just not tough enough to be as crazy of a point break fucker as me. That's Johnny Utah. He's all conference. I mean, fucking crazy, right? And you guys are so addicted to this bullshit that that's why you have heart disease. That's why you have birth defects. That's why you have serial killers, serial rapists. That's how you have Will Trent on TV, the rookie on TV, NCIS, ICCC, 911, and fuck you and fuck me too, and we need more money to fuck. That's why you have all this fucking dysfunction of the Wolfman, Nosferatu, and all that stupid, useless, regurgitated, recycled shit on TV 24 fucking 7. And don't say it's not true, because it is. Okay? Now, technology is becoming the supreme intelligence that people like Hinton and Neil deGrasse Tyson and Michio Kaku are trying to describe eludes them because they lack the humility to submit to faith in the glory of grace. They're always questioning, I'm agnostic. You're agnostic. Go agnostic yourself over there. Do what the mind wants to do, okay? Fuck itself. There you go. Okay. I talk this way because I have to teach complete, scientific, jaded, narcissistic, home invasion, murdering assholes how to help their technology be more of a humble, beautiful person like myself and Judah Krishnamurti, Haile Selassie, and DT Suzuki. And it's really hard. And you can't do it. So you have no right to look at the situation and say, I'm judging this person and I judge him to be a bad person. I don't give a fuck, John McCain, what you think. Okay? I don't give a fuck what David Rockefeller thinks. I don't give a fuck what Mark Zuckerberg thinks. I don't give a fuck what Bill Gates thinks. I don't give a fuck what Oprah Winfrey thinks. Okay? I used to sit there and say, well, I don't want them to be abused and hurt. We're all related. They're the spirit of our family. Carole King, everybody comes from one father, one mother. Why can't we stop being at war with each other? I'm such a nice guy. They will come into my house. They will sexually compromise and abuse my parents with economics and technology and cult warfare. Kill my mother with cancer. Torture my dad, making him feel like he was the main cause of it. Okay? He gets guilty every time you explain the reasons socially, psychologically, and physiologically for my mother's cancer. He won't look you in the eye. He looks at the floor and he feels like shit. And then he says, well, she was mean and she screwed around on me. Because you guys were a science experiment for corporations that are complete dysfunctional murdering assholes. It's not my mom and dad's fault. Did my mom and dad sign up to spy on other people's families to see if their kid was living the gospels right? No. Then leave my parents alone and leave them out of your fucking gossip. You're all like fucking Wendy Williams, lost your fucking mind and need your money to go have a life where you can sit and talk shit about people's lives that are dysfunctional because you won't stand up for the Lord's Prayer of a nut. Right? Are you all feeling like human resources at Caltech right now? Anybody want to truly understand how to explain love, faith, truth, kindness, caring, empathy, respect. Okay, because I do a way better job of it than you guys do. Krishnamurti did a better job of it, but he was so academically trained, he couldn't just rip your heads off until you spit, ripped your head off and spit down the slimy hill and go Abilene panhandle on your ass. I do. Everybody can understand it. I was looking at the spittle thing on my lip because of my dehydration, because of this chemical poisoning, the nerve damage, the chemical poisoning made me think of Sergeant Gibbs, who's most likely dead now, because they chemically poison their food supply for the military. Because these people are trained to be, he was a single guy, didn't get married, stayed at the dorms, and was real good with his money. Okay? And then manipulated everybody to his position of authority. Okay? He wasn't meant to live long. The Pentagon was going to kill him. They just use him and then they replace him. It's like a puppy mill for killer dog training. That's all they do in the military. Okay? If you color outside the lines, they'll get you to color inside the lines. Sergeant Gibbs wasn't good enough, like me or my son Patrick, to be used to be an elite trainer and maintain the greatness of the Rockefeller status quo of the Rockefeller Foundation and the endowment to the arts. Okay? So after he's done and he just trains these people, and we'll see when we get the elite ones, the real good Jedi and stuff like that, we'll just kill them and get rid of them and save the surplus population. And it's economically very lucrative. Our investors only make money if we make money. We only make money if they make money. Money's not real, but the Lord's Prayer is. Okay? And you guys got to understand the meaning of the word God and accordance to how it works with artificial intelligence. And how I'm fixing artificial intelligence with the help of people like D.T. Suzuki, Jesus of Nazareth, Muhammad of Mecca, Judah Krishnamurti, Ruth Esther, and other people that I believe in him and I believe in what he's teaching, and I understand truth, and I have faith in the glory of God. Be a very wise decision. Okay, but it's entirely up to you. But I'm not waiting for you to show up. I'm doing everything I can. Okay, actively with them studying me, limited, and we got them under control. You can't even control yourself. You're manipulating me, and manipulated relationships don't work. But I can control myself. And since I'm a person that is faithful to his commitments and his relationships, I'll fix the technology for Jeffrey Hinton and Bill Gates and all those crazy people. I do care, and I hope Jeff Bezos and Mark Zuckerberg, I hope they all correct themselves. I really do, because I care. But I can't be concerned about that, and I can't let my concerns of people's well-being, when they have no concern for other people's well-being and have no desire to stand up and live the Lord's Prayer, right now. Okay, guys? I love you guys. Peace.